Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to thumbs up the video if you like the content you're seeing. But anyways, the video you're about to watch, part of it was on the After Hours channel earlier in the week. I was initially just going to do that video there, but the more I got to thinking about it, the Mahindra Roxor is a farm vehicle, so I wanted to introduce it to the channel, and we're going to be filming some more on the Roxor as we build it up to be the ultimate farm vehicle. That's what the name of this series is going to be called. So if you're already seeing this video on the After Hours channel, just go ahead and skip to the end. There is a little bit of update after I've had it for a few days at the end. Alright guys, here it is. Here is our new addition to the fleet. We got a 2019 Mahindra Roxor. Just picked this up today. I've been looking at these for a few weeks now. I'd seen them at Farm Progress Show in 2019. I liked them there. Seen them at a dealer, kind of got to check them out, took one for a test drive. Found this one on, actually I found it on Mahindra Roxor Enthusiast Facebook group. It is used, very low miles. It looks like it's been taken very good care of. So just went on a 14-hour road trip to get this bad boy. So speaking of that 14-hour road trip, I want to thank my buddy Monroe from MT Homes for riding along with me. So check out his YouTube channel. So far, I'm pretty happy with it. Haven't got to drive it much yet. I mean, I just got home. So, but yeah, here we go. If you're unfamiliar with these, I believe the story goes that Mahindra had a contract with Willys Overland in 1947 to start building these things, and they have kept that contract this whole time. So Mahindra in India builds these. I believe they call them the Thar, the Mahindra Thar. That's like a Jeep in India. In the United States, they import them as the Roxor brand. They have a different engine. I think the transmission might be different, and they're labeled as a side-by-side. If you see inside here, there's not a lot of safety in here. It's like there's no airbag. You just have a metal dashboard. It's very plain, and I think that's why they're labeled as a side-by-side. There's a lot less restrictions that way. They are not street legal the way they come. Several states you can make them street legal. Stock, this has 52 horsepower at the wheels. See if we can't do something about that. I have it on pretty good authority that we can do something about that. So that is one of the plans with this. I am going to make it street legal. That is my intention. In the state of Ohio, you can make any UTV street legal. So that's my goal. I want to make this like my little farm vehicle, like something I can hop in, jet around here in. I think it's going to be great for that. It's light enough that it's like a cross between a side-by-side and a truck for me. Like, it weighs 3,000 pounds. It's a little bit heavier than the Polaris I had, but it's lighter than my pickup. So I think it's going to be awesome. I really like it. Probably going to add a rear seat or a cushion here or something, so have a couple more people ride in it, moving from field to field, stuff like that. So, yeah, that's it for now. We'll eat some dinner, and then maybe this evening we'll come out here and take a ride in this bad boy. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. Check out some of the options this thing has. This machine itself has heat and air. That's not factory. That's an option that this guy had. Other options it has windshield, mirrors, roof. Those were also extras. It's got this Stinger bumper and a Warn winch. That's also extras. And then there's also a skid plate on the oil pan. That's also extra on this particular model. So pretty cool stuff. I actually found out this guy, the guy that I bought this off, he actually won this thing in a giveaway. So had I known that, I might have made a little bit smaller offer, but it's all right. I felt like we got a pretty good deal on this. I think it's hilarious that he won it in a giveaway. I didn't know people actually won those. I thought companies just said that they picked winners, but apparently Mahindra does. So pretty neat. But yeah, go eat some dinner and then we'll come out here and take a ride. Like any side-by-side or any modern side-by-side, you have to have your seatbelt on or you're only going to just idle around. I believe that can be addressed in several ways, but for now we got our seatbelt on, so now we can go 55. Shifts nice and smooth. Second gear, no foot on the gas or anything, just a nice little idling around, checking crops. Not bad. Now, first impression, it being a 5-speed, this one has a 370 gear in the 2019 model. The newer one, the 2020, has a 538 gear. So I'm not sure, I wasn't real sure which one I would want. Like, I plan on making this street legal, like I said, so I kind of wanted the 373 because I intend on running it down the road. So the 370, like in first gear, you are kind of a little faster than I was expecting. Now it's my understanding, what research I've done on the internet, putting in 4 low, you'll just be kind of crawling along. So that's what I was kind of wondering for like spraying and stuff like that, spot spraying, how that would work. But that's probably what I'll do. I know some people put Warren locking lugs or locking hubs on the front. They'll put the in 4 low, unlock the front. That way they can still turn fairly decent and just kind of putter along that way. So might go that route. We'll see. Figured I'd go on a little ride and check this tile that we put in to see if it dried up this wet spot. Now, I'm not going to come back here and replant this. We'd destroy more beans than we would gain from this ½ acre here, but more or less I'm just looking for an excuse to go for a ride. And I can say I'm farming right now. Farming. Just idling along in first gear. So we're about 4 miles an hour in first, and this is in 2-wheel drive, first gear, just complete idle. So I mean, it pulls itself really well. I mean, the machine definitely has the torque, but you don't have to give it any throttle when you let off the clutch, so it's very easy to drive and get going. The place we bought this thing, it was on a mountaintop in West Virginia, and whenever I test drove it, I let off the clutch without giving it any gas, and it still pulled itself up that hill, so not bad. All right, I forgot it had a sound bar. It has an MTX sound bar. Never had any experience with any kind of radio in a side-by-side, so wasn't real sure that I would even like that. That's actually pretty nice. Like, it's right here. It's not super loud. I mean, I can hear, I like it quite a bit, actually. Didn't want to be rolling through the farm and blaring music just so I could hear it, but you can have it pretty low and still hear it. I like that. And right now it's so quiet. Like, it's just kind of, it's not super loud. I'm sure there's something we can do about that. Okay, they're really fast in reverse. Like, uncomfortably fast in reverse. I don't like that. I've heard people say that the downhill braking on these is pretty good. Like, the machine will hold you back pretty well. So we'll see. It must be in 4-wheel drive because we're freewheel. Nope, there's a little bit of mud. That's okay. We can get a little bit muddy. But the machine's holding us back a little bit there. Like I said, keep in mind, I am in 2-wheel drive. I'm sure it behaves a little bit different 4-wheel. All right, first impressions of the Roxor. I really like it. I mean, obviously I went and bought one. I guess we'll start with the negatives. Like I said, this is my first impressions. I've drove it 4 miles, so not a lot of time yet. It's geared pretty fast in reverse. I forgot to see how fast it is, like mile per hour wise, but it's a little too fast for my likings. I wish that was a little slower. Just something to remember. You don't want to be turning it real sharp when you let out of that clutch in reverse. Other negatives, right now it steers a little, the steering's a little wide. I think you can adjust the steering stops and make it turn a little tighter. Definitely be looking into that. It's not terrible, it's just, it's not like a side-by-side, it's more like a car. Those are the main negatives I'm seeing right now. Positives, lots of torque. The torque is good in this, I like that. You can feel it, it feels torquey. It pulls itself just fine. No need to give it any gas when you're letting off that clutch in first gear. The inside, I like how just plain the inside is. There's not a lot of stuff. And like I say, this one does have AC and heat. That was just an option that previous owner had installed. But other than that, I mean, it's fairly plain. I do kind of miss the bench seat here. I guess that would be a negative, but I mean, I'm not terribly upset about it. Like I said, I do plan on putting a seat back there. There's several kits you can do that with. But so the inside, I like how plain it is. It's easy to add on things. Like there's lots of tops, there's lots of cabs and things you can add to it. It's very modular, very easy to add stuff to. Another positive, metal. I like that. I mean, metal floorboard, I like that. So all positives. The frame on these, full box frame, so I like that. Like, crawl under here and look, and I mean, you got like, I mean, this is a lot more like a vehicle than a side-by-side frame. So to me, it's just a little bit heavier. I like that. One negative would be the ground clearance. I mean, as you can see, it's only rated at 9 inches of ground clearance. For what I do with a side-by-side, that's fine. I don't really ever trail ride. Don't really get in any gnarly places. I just putt around the farm and I use it like a farm vehicle. And that's how I'm gonna use this. So I think it's gonna be more than capable. The tires it comes with, these are, I mean, they're not very aggressive. I might change those out eventually, but I'm gonna run those for now. I mean, they're gonna be fine for what I'm doing for now. Wouldn't mind them being a little bit more aggressive though. Those are my initial impressions. It could use a little bit more power, but I mean, it wasn't bad. Wasn't doing a whole lot, but it wasn't bad. I did get it up to 50 miles an hour. Drives fine. You can do 50 miles an hour in fourth gear and you still got another one. So you're definitely speed governed. You're not running out of gear. So that's something that I hear can be addressed with these fairly easily. So might look into that at some point. We'll see. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. I gotta admit, this wasn't the first color choice I would have picked, but it's growing on me a lot more. Like I said, I got a pretty decent deal on this, and with the accessories I had, it made it a pretty sweet buy. So that's kind of why I went with this color. But I like it. I like it. I was originally going to go with OD green, but I like this. It looks good. So, but yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. There'll be some more to come with this Roxor. You're definitely going to see it on both channels, the farm channel and the After Hours channel. So stay tuned if you want to keep tabs on this as I change some things on it, upgrade some things on it and whatnot. And you'll, on the farm channel, you'll get to see it in daily farm use. So I mean, this is going to be a farm vehicle. I do intend to use it like that. So yeah, you're going to see it on the channel from time to time. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to like that video if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, now you watched the initial impressions of this. I went and picked this up last Saturday. Today's Tuesday. So in 4 days, I've drove this vehicle roughly 90 miles around here, just on farm lanes and stuff. I've used it quite a bit. Dad's hopped in it. He's used it quite a bit. We both really like it. It is it's everything I was hoping it was going to be. So far, after 90 miles, I'm still very much a big fan of it. Now, one thing I forgot to do the first day I had it was pop the engine and talk a little bit about the power the machine has. All right, so here we have a 2.5 liter, I believe it's a Mahindra diesel engine. From the factory, these things are rated at 62 horsepower and I believe 150 pounds of torque. And they have a 5-speed transmission and a 373 rear end. So, gearing, they're a little fast, but I believe I said that in the first part of this video. But anyways, power-wise, they're great. They have a very good towing capacity compared to most side-by-sides. I think they're rated to tow like 3,500 pounds. So, good stuff. When Dad drove his, he got back. He initially said he didn't like it. That's how Dad rolls. If he likes something, he's going to tell you he didn't like it at first. He made the comment that if he could sell his Gator, he'd buy one, which kind of surprised me because he really likes his Gator. So if anyone is looking for a 8-month-old John Deere Gator with a cab, heat, and air, email me. 500 miles. Needless to say, we both like them. I did use the heat one day because for whatever reason it was 60 degrees and raining there a couple days ago, and we turned the heat on, and you know, kind of kept us a little warm, so that's nice. Now, plans with the Roxor going forward, like I said, this is going to be a series, so plans going forward, I'm going to get some more power out of this thing. I've already got plans to get it get some more horsepower in, a little bit more torque. A couple other things I want to change with it. I'm not going to get too crazy. Like I want to keep it quiet. Right now it's not super loud, and I want to keep it that way because whenever I'm leaving super early in the morning, I don't want to wake my wife. Or if I'm going hunting, I don't want to scare every deer or duck within a mile. So I'm going to get some more horsepower. Probably just do some tuning and maybe some very slight upgrades to the like the air intake, stuff like that. Nothing too major. In the back, these are school bus seats. These are just temporary. Disregard the mess. I was cleaning out my Polaris, and this was all in the glove box, and that's trash. But anyways, these are just school bus seats. I just have these sitting here. These are the cushions. Not going to take the kids trail riding in this. This is just for putting around here, like in the driveway, something to sit on. But I do have plans to get a turn signal kit installed on this, because like I said, I do want to make it street legal. And I'm either going to build myself or purchase a cab system for this before winter. It does have heat, so I do want to have a cab. Other things, need a rear hitch. I might make that because they're like $200, and like they just literally bolt into those 4 holes. So I think I can make that. Might even make a bumper. I don't know. We'll see. I eventually do want to make something a little bit different for a seating arrangement. I do like the idea of just having pads on the wheel wells, so I still have the cargo space, but I don't know that I like these pads on the wheel wells. So I'm working on that still. And then maybe eventually some different tires. Those ones are fine for the farm lanes, but I would like a little bit more aggressive of a tire perhaps. And then further on down the road, I'd like to put lockers in it, but that's pretty far down the road, and maybe install some kind of center console, because that's one thing I did notice after driving it for a while. It would be nice to have a center console. When I get this thing street legal, which I intend to do this week, I'm going to want some place that I can lock things in, and that console that I'm looking at is lockable. So that's kind of the plans on this, guys. Like I said, we are going to do a series on the Roxor. I would look at it as bonus content. We're still going to be doing a lot of farm content in the upcoming future, but days where I don't have a farm video, we might sprinkle this in there. Like I say, I'm really enjoying the Roxor, and who knows, maybe we'll have 2 of them here before too much longer. Yeah, so far so good. Big fan. I bought this used, but if you're in southern Ohio, I would recommend, I believe it's American Power Equipment in Sabina, Ohio. Tell them I sent you. I priced a new one through them, and I almost felt bad that I did not buy a new one through them, because I like that dealer so well. They were awesome to work with. They were a Mahindra tractor dealer, and to me, if they can work on a tractor, they can probably work on this engine, because it's a tractor engine. So that's my dealer of choice. That's who Dad's pricing one through. And for all the Jeep lovers and the Roxor haters, I don't care. Like, I like this vehicle. Yeah, it looks very similar to a Jeep, but like I said in the video, Mahindra had a licensing agreement from Willys to build these, so I don't care. I like it. I think it is awesome. Everyone that I've showed it to has really liked it, so I don't care. I think Jeep should build something like this. A very plain, stripped down, very small, low profile Jeep. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, be sure to give the video a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next video, which might be tomorrow.